Good morning to my second grade class and all their families. Today is the first day of this new adventure of distance learning, and I wanted us to kind of walk through everything together, and I thought a video might be the best way to do that because I know I'm a visual person and that always helps me. To begin, please excuse my scratchy voice, and I probably will be coughing, but I am dealing with the flu right now. Went in Saturday morning after feeling horrible Friday in the middle of the night, and knew that I had been exposed to the flu earlier that week and thought that that's probably what it was. And so I went to the doctor Saturday morning and I tested positive for type A influenza. So I'm dealing with that, but I still wanted to get this video out to you guys and walk through our day, talk about kind of the way and the order in which we do things at school, and just walk through the work for today with you guys with a visual. I'm hoping I can do this every day and touch base with you guys through video. But I thought it was especially important on this very first day to go through everything together. So in your packet, I've put everything in 2 bags, week 1 and week 2. In those individual weeks, I've put the subject areas. And the way that I'm going to go through them with you now is the order that we do our work within our schedule in our school day. So to begin, you're going to see this page called Monday, and we call this early bird work. So there's a Monday, and mine is not front and back, but yours is. So you would flip it over, and then this would be finishing out Monday's work for early bird. This is what the kids do upon arrival each morning, including, turning in homework and making their lunch choice. They sit down, and this is already at their desk, and this is how they begin their morning. And this is really serves as a review of everything that we do within second grade. And so these are skills that are just little snippets of review to kind of keep those skills fresh in their minds and throughout the entire school year. So that would be the first thing that you do each morning, and the kids know that so well and are very familiar with it. They do come up and ask questions, and Miss Marandino and I are always available to answer those questions. But on the same note, we're far enough into the school year that they really should be able to do most of this stuff on their own. So if they come up and it's a question that I feel like they really need to go back and just think about it a little bit more. So what the rule is in the classroom is that if you come to something that you're not sure about, you just keep going. You skip it and you keep going, and you try to finish as much of it independently. And then you come up, and if you have a question, we're available. But if it's something like a word problem like this, and if there's nothing on this side of the paper, they need to at least try first. And part of trying is showing your work, and that is drawing a picture or making hash marks or some kind of representation of the actual problem that they're trying to figure out. Excuse me. So that will be first. Second, we always do a morning journal, and we complete that right after they complete their early bird. And what they're going to do is this notebook, this composition book that I put into your packet is going to serve as many things, but it's going to serve as their writing notebook as well. Their morning, what they call their morning journal. So to begin your morning journal, they always write today is, and they write the day, and then they write out the date. So today is March 16th, 2020. So that's always going to be the header of your journal. So after that, your prompt. And in your writing notebook, you're going to flip. This is just a little description as to what this is. But they're going to flip to this page. And this is called March Writing Prompts. And what you do with this page is you use this page for the entire week. And each day they will pick one prompt. So let's say I picked this first prompt today, and that is, I picked a 4-leaf clover and wished. So whatever prompt they picked, they're going to go to their journal and they're going to write that. So today, you're going to write, today I picked a 4-leaf clover and wished. And then they're going to proceed to write out their thoughts in their journal of what they wished. We do expect them to write complete sentences, and they need to remember their punctuation. So the beginning of a sentence always has a capital letter, and it always ends in a period. If it's a question, you're going to use a question mark. And we've been doing a lot of talk about nouns. So any proper nouns that they use, names, places, months, and they know all of the different variations of a proper noun. They're going to need to capitalize those. So just check over and make sure that they're using, correct punctuation, and that they're capitalizing the things that need to be capitalized. I don't know if you can see my mug. It's all under control-ish. That's how I'm feeling this morning. So after they finish their morning journal, we have math. And I'm flipping through and looking for my math pack. Here it is. Okay, so if you're in my math class, this is what you're going to use. If you are in Miss Taylor's math class, you're going to refer to her work for your math work. So the way the math works, you're going to start with this math fact warm-up, and these are called Solve It strips, and we've been doing these for quite a long time. The kids know how to do these all by themselves, and you don't need to help them do this. But what I would do is check over it when they're done and make sure that it's correct. So what you're going to do is you're going to start. They're going to cut this sheet in half. They're going to cut out all of these individual pieces of or equations and the dotted lines. So all of these need to be cut out. And then you're going to lay them out on the table. And you're going to start with the start equation, and you're going to work it. So our first equation is 6 plus what equals 6? Okay, so whatever that answer is that goes in that box, so you're going to glue this on right here as the start. Whatever that answer is that's in that box, you are going to then go to that next, that will be your next Solve It strip. So 6 plus 0 equals 6. So then this right here is going to be your next equation. And whatever the sum of that is going to be your next equation. And whatever the sum of that is going to be your next equation until you come to the finish line. And all of these should make sense and be correct in order for this to be finished. So let them have a go at it, and they'll probably do it on their own and they won't need your help at all, but just check over it. All right, so that's going to be step 1. for math. Step 2 is going to be lesson 1, and this is straight out of our math book. Sorry. Take a survey. So down here, you're going to read, ask 10 classmates to name their favorite fruit. Don't do that. You're just going to ask whoever's at home. What's your favorite fruit? You're going to put a tally mark between these choices, apple, orange, or grape. Tally mark, tally mark, tally mark, tally mark. You're going to total it up, and then you're going to read the graph and see which one has the most. So this next unit is about graphing. So this is where you're going to go. And you're going to do page 529, 530, which is the back. This is what we would do in class together. So feel free to do this with your child. Then you're going to see independent practice. And that's when, after we've gone over things together as a class, this is what the children do on their own independently. So this is independent practice, front and back. Okay, so this would be what we would do. These 2 pages would be what we would do in class. And then this would be the homework that I send home that night. And that will complete your math for the day. Okay, so I'm gonna put all these back together. So that would be an example of day 1 of math as well. All right, so after math, we have a break. We have a brain break, and we have a snack. They like to watch Berenstain Bears, and sometimes we do that. And they also really like to watch Arthur. Both of those are animated PBS shows that have that moral character development lesson in it. And I love those, and the kids really love those. So that's just kind of typically what we might do for the day. Sometimes we do other things, but that's one of those are their favorite things to do. So I would take a break after math and give them a chance to just do whatever you guys do. And give them a minute to like decompress. And then we jump right into spelling. So Monday is a big day for spelling because Monday is the beginning of the week, and that's when everything has to get sent out and completed to take home to begin the week-long practice for spelling. So you're gonna get your spelling packet, and the first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna see this sheet right here, and that's called word sort. Now we do this at school. This doesn't go home because this also serves as a phonics lesson as well as their spelling words for the week. So what you're gonna do with this is, and the kids know how to do this because they've done it many times. This sheet they cut up, and as you'll notice, there's three different columns. Okay, so these 3 columns are what define the word family. So you've got the EAR, air family, right here. You've got the AIR family, air as well, but it's spelled differently. And you've got the ARE family, dare. That sounds the same, but it's spelled differently. So all 3 of these word families are spelled the same, but they sound the same, but they're spelled differently. So your children cut this heading up right here, and they glue that down into the top of their composition book on a new page. So flip to a clean sheet. You're going to glue in your header, and they're going to cut all of these words apart. And then they turn them upside down on the table, all cut apart, and they mix them and mix them and mix them and mix them and mix them. And then they pick up a word, a random word, and they say it. And then they have to sort it into which of the 3 word family categories that it follows under. And they are really good at this. I always check it after they're done to make sure that there's no confusion or that they just haven't, there's not an oversight and they've made a mistake. Because this serves as the foundation for their spelling words for the week. So it's important that they get this correct. All right, so after they do this, all right, they are going to, I make these every week. These are their spelling words. There's 2 sheets. They cut these up, and this is what you see in their spelling pouch. This is what goes home every week in their spelling pouch. So have them cut these up and put them in their spelling pouch or in a Ziploc bag if you don't have that, and keep them safe in a bag so you'll have them to do the spelling work for the rest of the week, okay? So we usually start with ABC order, and then this is our Monday Angry Alphabet. Alphabetize the word so that he is no longer angry. So you're gonna alphabetize all the spelling words, and we have 15. You know, there's more here, but only use what you need. Alphabetize the words, use the spelling words to do that, because they can alphabetize these and then write them here. So do it here and write it here. And then that is your spelling work for today. All right, so right after spelling, we have our word work, and they have a word work journal at home. At school that they do their work in. You're not going to need that for this particular activity because everything is on the sheet. But this is the word work, and they're used to seeing this. This is familiar to them, so they're going to know what that looks like. This particular sheet is focused on nouns, and we've been working really hard on nouns, verbs, and adjectives. Different kinds of nouns, verbs, and what adjectives do, what the job is of an adjective. So for today, the sheet is hunting for nouns, and you're going to underline the common noun in each sentence. Okay, so you're going to read each sentence, and you're going to find the noun, the common noun. They're going to underline that noun. So for number 1, I love to play soccer. All right, we know that a noun is a person, animal, place, or thing. So, I love to play soccer. Soccer is going to be your noun. They're going to underline it, and then they're going to look for it in the word search. And you're going to continue on with 1 through 10, okay? So this is the word work for today. I don't think they're going to have any problems doing this, but they may have questions. Sometimes they get confused. All right. You can choose to start this after lunch. This is, the morning is really busy. There's a lot of stuff here. Don't feel like they have to sit and do this all in one sitting. They don't. This is their work for the whole day, and you can do it whenever you want. Just go at whatever pace you feel like they're needing. So this is next, though, okay? Because everything kind of builds on each other. And then the reading notebook is going to be your reading comprehension. So you're going to find this notebook. This is our notebook cover at school. Very familiar. This is the front page. And then there's one passage per day. So today's passage is Lazy Bear. You're going to read through, first read, and it says read the text 3 times and color a star after each reading. So you see these little stars right here? you're going to read it once, and you're going to color a star. You're going to read through it again, and you're going to start answering your questions as you're doing that. And you're going to color a star, and you're going to read through it one more time. And hopefully by the third time, you would have been able to complete the sentence, the comprehension piece. So what this is asking is to use evidence in the text to answer each question. So for question 1, why did Lazy Bear go back for food? What we're really wanting to do is to show our second graders how to go back to the text and find the evidence to support their answer. So you're going to go back to the text and you're going to color that section that answers the question, which is your evidence, and then you're going to write that answer in, okay? You're going to do that for each one of these. So going back to the text, finding the evidence within the text, coloring that, and look, it even gives you the color for number 1, or for A. The color for number 2 is blue, red is A, and green is C. So you should have 3 sections in the text colored, 3 different colors that is showing support for your answers. Okay. And then the way I broke this up, we're going to do social studies this week, and we're going to do science next week. The social studies is going to play off, or the science is going to support the social studies. So we are going to do a kind of a, since March is Famous Women's History Month, we are going to do kind of a little unit on someone that is very familiar to pretty much all of us, but I thought it would be a fun unit to do, and that is Amelia Earhart. So we're going to learn about her this week, and then next week we're going to have some fun with making paper airplanes and learning about distance and flight with paper airplanes. So for today, what you're going to do is just read about her. Here's an info, kind of a mini biography sheet on her, and just read this. And then I would encourage you guys to go online, like on YouTube, and I can probably send you guys a couple of links. But there's some cute little age-appropriate videos on YouTube about Amelia Earhart that would probably just enrich what's on the sheet here. Okay. Hopefully that will answer any questions and get you guys started. Remember to continue reading for 20 minutes and log that in your log. And let me see if there's anything else that I wrote. No, but I did want to share that, if I can find it. Huh. Oh, I don't know where it is. I'll have to look. Oh, there it is. Hang on. Okay, so on the wall over here, I brought home 40 days of Lent. This is our Lent calendar. And so each day we have a Lenten reflection that we share and that we talk about and think about together. And so today is pick up something you didn't drop. So this is just an act of kindness. It's something good to think about throughout our day, and just to help others, even when we're not asked, just showing that act of kindness just out of our hearts without any kind of expectation. So today's Lenten is pick up something you didn't drop. All right, guys, I think my voice is almost done. So I'm going to sign off. Please feel free to email me if you have any questions. And I will be back tomorrow to walk through our day again. All right, you guys have a great day, and we'll get through this adventure together. And I think it's going to be kind of fun to just hopefully you guys can send me some pictures. That's what I was going to say. Send me some pictures of your kids and what they're doing at home. And I'll load them on WhatsApp, and we can exchange that way as well. So that'll be a way for us to keep in contact with each other. All right, take care, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.